Let's jump into, some of your favorite foods for babies' first foods, like which like say your top five foods that pack the most punch nutritionally.
Okay, so I was trying to think of five foods, and it was really difficult because I want to give a lot of options. But if we go just
You
nutritionally,
can certainly expand on that if you want.
like I was like five, no, six, seven, no, I've got eight. Okay, um, but I think that when it comes to just nutritionally, like I talked about, when you're giving baby food, you're giving them such a small amount that you really want to make sure, like you said, it packs the most punch. So my favorite things are liver, egg yolks, and I'll go through like a little bit about how to prepare these and stuff. But liver, egg yolks, I like brine, like I said, which isn't even a solid, but it's one of the first things that I like to introduce. Bone broth, which I saw Mason drinking the other
Mhm.
day.
Yep,
um,
those are
and then if you're okay with dairy, I like kefir for a first food. But then going slightly outside of like the super nutrient dense things, banana, avocado, and sweet potato are also really common, and there's ways to make those more nutrient dense, but they're easy because they're mashable, and a lot of parents feel really comfortable because there is a comfort level thing. If parents want to give their, and I mean, egg yolk, all those are pretty soft and mashable, but
So do you want to go down that list and like expand on that a little bit? So like egg yolks and liver. Should the liver be cooked? Should the egg yolks be hard boiled?
yes. Okay, so once again, going on the comfort level thing, but liver, there's multiple ways that you can do that. You can offer it raw, and if you're going to do that, well, no matter how you offer liver, you want to make sure it's the highest quality, as with any foods. You want to make sure it's pasture raised, really reliable, farm, things like that. But you're going to want to freeze it for at least 14 days. Weston A. Price Foundation suggests 14 days freezing it, and then if you're going to do that, to grate it over. You could either do it on top of egg yolk. That's pretty nutrient dense for the very beginning though, but you can do it on top of sweet potato, banana, anything really. You can just grate some
That's
liver. You can even
exactly what we did for Mason. We did some, very lightly cooked egg yolk with grated frozen liver. That's
yeah,
exactly what we did. Yeah.
yeah, that's what we did too. So I like liver two ways. So I like it frozen, grated, and then I also like it. You can dehydrate it where it still stays raw, but it's
Mhm.
dehydrated. My husband has banned me from doing that in the kitchen because it smells so awful. But if you've got a basement or an area where you can dehydrate it without the smell, or you can buy them now in capsules, and I call them liver sprinkles, and you can just sprinkle the dehydrated liver on top too. So depending, where you're at with that. And then the egg yolk, exactly like you said with Mason, what you guys fed Mason, but it's a very lightly cooked egg yolk. So you call, soft boiling, really. You're putting it into water for about 4 minutes, and it shouldn't be super runny, but it should be, slightly warm and very soft, very, very soft. Like, yeah, I wouldn't call it runny, but I wouldn't. It's definitely not firm either. So, but with egg yolk, because it's one of the most like really perfect nutrient dense foods for all things baby health in general, but babies are my thing. So for fertility and pregnancy and babies, a little goes a long way. And with little tiny babies who haven't had a food before, if you give them too much, they can get sick. And I think I got overexcited the first time I gave Vincenzo some, and I like he loves it, and I kept giving him more, and then he ended up getting sick a little bit later, throwing it up. So
Okay.
that is something that I hear very commonly when you overgive. So like one bite even is a lot for their little systems. So starting small with any of the foods really, but especially those liver, egg yolk, real nutrient dense ones. Not all kids have that reaction, but some of them do. So